I believe that the future of work is finding our purpose and our mission. Beyond our self-interest, beyond the startup, beyond the superficial glamour of social influence or wealth, the future of work is to find our calling in the ridiculously difficult challenges that face us. Only our determined effort will protect our families from unseen actors that attack us through the very devices and networks our modern way of life is dependent. So the U.S. Department of Defense is taking action to secure the vulnerable data that companies receive and develop during the performance of their defense contracts. In order to continue working on DoD contracts, hundreds of thousands of companies must meet these complex data handling and security standards within their IT systems. We're talking about from sales to engineers to production to shipping. The future of work now depends on our ability to keep our data secure, confidential, and to prevent unauthorized disclosure to our enemies. In recent months, the Cyber Incident Reporting for Critical Infrastructure Act and the President's National Cybersecurity Strategy were released that confirm the impact of these requirements on the future of work. They tell us that through regulatory compliance and enforcement on industry, that the U.S. will identify the gaps in enforced handling requirements and drive the transformation of network security across private industries in order to safeguard our data. So a model of this effort has already been established by the U.S. DoD called the Cybersecurity Maturity Certification Model, CMMC, and it is the future work for many. Some of you, in fact, in this very room, will be directly affected by the change, and my prediction is that within 5 to 10 years, this standard will likely encompass every federal agency, every federal, state, and municipal contractor and subcontractor and subcontractor, easily 50% of the U.S. economy. All of those companies impacted will need cybersecurity professionals immediately to help them navigate their way through the digital transformation to successfully secure our data and the CMC certification process itself. So SMU stands hand in hand with industry in partnership with my company, DTC Global, because we recognize the demand in higher education and the need for continuous professional education. As a licensed training partner for the CMC program and instructor myself, we saw this as an opportunity to work together to create the CMC Certified Professional Program. And our mission is to answer this higher calling through higher education and continuing professional education offered by SMU. Remember, SMU is a university that inspires us to learn and to lead. And SMU equips students by providing the expertise needed to learn and master the concepts required, not just to pass the certifying exam, but to make a real difference. Sometimes we focus so much on traditional role of higher education that we forget that universities have a meaningful and valuable professional development program to enable industry to deal with constant changes and challenges and emerging opportunities. So, from cybersecurity professionals to IT engineers, these escalating cyber and data security requirements will fuel an ever-growing demand by companies with federal and defense contracts. This will also impact many companies that support those contractors as well. In fact, the President's cybersecurity strategy identifies both cloud service providers and managed service providers as critical and essential to meeting and sustaining these current and escalating security requirements. So we as world changers here at SMU embrace the world as it is in order to shape the world that we want. We embrace the chaos that feeds on fear and insecurity so we can find our purpose by creating our future of work while we meet these challenges without flinching. The future of work is to embrace our purpose with a mission-centric attitude needed to learn these cybersecurity-based challenges and thrive. We know the future of work right now. Together, we can make sure that we have the knowledge, skills, and abilities to acknowledge these changes and embrace these challenges. Imagine for a moment the future of work, our work, is actually to make a difference. Thank you and have a great day.